Hi students, I am Narayana Prakash. Welcome to FICO Academy online classes. Today we can discuss reporter speech in question sentences. And you know that there are two type of question sentences. One is WH question and the other is yes or no question. First we can study what will happen if we use reporter speech in WH questions. So the heading, the topic, reporter speech in question sentences. I told you there are two type of questions in English. One is WH question and the other is yes or no question. So first we can see what will happen when we use reporter speech in WH question. And you already studied the formula of WH question. While you ask a WH question, you need to use question word first, then auxiliary verb, then subject, then main verb of the sentence. And if there is any words left in the sentence, you can use here. So this is the pattern of asking a question. Question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb plus the remaining portion of the sentence. Finally, you have to put a question. Okay, first I shall give you one example. The student asked the teacher. The student asked the teacher, when will the exam start? When will the exam start? Okay, that's the question. The student asked the teacher, when will the exam start? This sentence is written in this formula. Here, when is the question word, will is the auxiliary verb, the exam, that is the subject, and start is the main verb. And there is no any remaining portion to write here. When will the exam start? And if you get a WH question, you need to do the so-called Tiruvadirakali. I mean, you should use auxiliary verb in the place of the subject. And subject should come in the place of the auxiliary verb. That is the Tiruvadirakali you want to do here. Listen once more. You should use auxiliary verb in the place of the subject, and subject should come in the place of the auxiliary verb. And you want to note one thing more. You should use the past form of the auxiliary verb, not the present form. You can use only the past form. You can use only the past form of the auxiliary verb in the place of subject, and subject should come in the place of the auxiliary verb. I hope you understood. Only two things. That's why I used the word Tiruvadirakali. Just make the past form of auxiliary verb and use it in the place of the subject, and subject should come in the place of the auxiliary verb. So I am going to write the answer. The student asked, here, listen, this is sentence, when will the exam? Here will is the auxiliary verb and the exam, that is the subject. Will is the auxiliary verb, the exam is the subject. Okay. And what you want to do? this exam, that is a subject, that would come in the place of the auxiliary verb will. And you need to use the past form of will. What is the past form of the will? Anybody can say that. The past form of will is would, and you should use would in the place of the subject. Do you understand? I mean, the past form of will go to the place of the subject, the exam, and the subject, I mean the exam, will go to the place of the auxiliary verb will. So, the answer is the student asked the teacher, and you don't need to use that. Generally, you need to use that as a connecting word. I mean, while we connect the two clauses together, generally we used that, especially in the assertive sentences. We studied the reporter speech in assertive sentences, and we used the connection word that. And here in the WH question, you don't need to use the connection word that. Okay, now the answer is the student asked the teacher when, then the exam, when the exam, I mean subject would come here, and will, the auxiliary verb will go to the place of the exam, and you can use only the past form of will. So, the answer is the student asked the teacher when the exam would start. When the exam would start. The student asked the teacher when the exam would start. One example. Listen, while we change a direct speech into indirect speech, you don't need to use the punctuation marks. Perhaps you may put the question mark here thinking that it is a question. No, you don't need to use any punctuation mark while we change a direct speech into indirect speech. And we can do some other examples. Balu said to her, why did you come later? Why did you come later? Okay. Balu said to her, why did you come later? Why did you come later? That is the question word. Balu said to her, why did you come later? And when you get a sentence like this, first you should understand in which tense the sentence is written. Then only we can change that sentence into reporter speech. Why did you come later? And you can easily understand did is the auxiliary verb we use in simple past tense. Okay, in simple past tense there is only one auxiliary verb, that is did. And in this sentence, why did you come late? Why did you come late? Did is used here, and this sentence is written in simple past tense. So listen, my friends, and if the direct speech in simple past tense, there is a condition, you need to change that simple past into past perfect. This is very important. Generally, in PSC examinations or the other examinations, if they ask direct speech, if they ask reporter speech, the question would come from simple past tense. I mean, they want to make you some confusion, that is their intention. Simple past. The simple past will change into past perfect. So you need to know the formula of a past perfect. And in the examination hall, you will remember past perfect. Sir told about the past perfect. If a simple past tense is used, we need to change that sentence into past perfect. That's okay. You need to know the formula of a past perfect. So what is the formula of a past perfect? Subject plus had plus past participle. Okay. Subject plus had plus past participle. Okay, what is past participle? Ed or en form of the verb. Past participle is the ed or en form of the verb. Now we can change this sentence into reporter speech. Why did you come later? So here did will go to the place of the subject you, and you will come to the place of the did. You understand? Did will go, did is the auxiliary verb, it will go to the place of you and you will go to the place of did. But again there is a problem. You can't use did here because did comes in simple past tense. Now we change this sentence into past perfect. And which auxiliary verb you can use? You can use a had only. So did will change into had. Okay. Did will change into had. So the answer is Balu said to her. Again, said to. You can't use said to there. Said to will become asked. Balu asked her. Balu asked her. Balu asked her. Then you can use why. Balu asked her why. Then you. And you means she. Balu asked her. Balu asked her. So that means you will change into she. Balu asked her why she and did. I mean, you came here, you became she, and did will go to the place of you, and did will become had. Okay. Balu asked her why she had come later. Okay, come later. Come later. Come later. And again I tell you the three forms of the verb come. Come, first form. Second form came. Past form, I mean past form came. And what is past participle? Come only. And some students, they will write came for past participle. That is wrong. The past participle of come is come only. Come, came and come. Don't be confused. And I know many students, they will write, they will use came for past participle. The right expression is come only. So Balu asked her why she had come later. Balu asked her why she had come later. And as I already told you, you are not supposed to use the punctuation mark which is used as in indirect speech. Okay, I mean simple past will change into past perfect. That's the condition you want to remember very well. Next one. Another example. Another example. The manager said. The manager said. The manager said. The manager said, when will you come? When will you come? When will you come? The manager said, when will you come? The manager said, when will you come? We have already done one example like this. The first example, and there I used the auxiliary verb will. So this one is quite simple. Listen, you can use will in the place of the subject you. Similarly, you can use the subject you in the place of will. Auxiliary verb will. Okay. So the answer is, the manager asked, said will become asked. The manager asked, when you means I. The manager asked when I will change into would. The manager asked when I would come. Very simple it is. The manager asked when I would come. Generally, in examinations, they would ask simple questions, but it will create some confusion. They will give you simple sentences which contained only 4 or 5 words, only simple questions, but it will arouse some confusion in your mind. So you should be very careful while you write the examination. And one more example. Another example. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? What can I do for you? The receptionist said to Rahul, what can I do you? What can I do for you? The receptionist said to Rahul. The receptionist said to Rahul. What can I do for you? The receptionist said to Rahul. And there is some speciality in this sentence. And what is the speciality? And the speciality is here in the case of auxiliary verb. Here, a modal auxiliary verb is used. Can. Can is a modal auxiliary verb. Can will change into could. Okay. That you know the theory. You can use only the past form of the auxiliary verb in reported speech. So the past form of can is could. You can use the auxiliary verb in the place of the subject, which is the subject I, and this I will come to the place of the auxiliary verb can. So the answer is, the receptionist you can use any reporting verb which you like, which is suitable in the context. You understand? You can use a reporting verb. You may think that the reporting verb is always asked. No, no. It may change according to the context. You can use as enquired, suggested, commanded, replied, asked. Several verbs are there. Now I use the receptionist enquired or asked. You can use anything. The receptionist asked said to. I changed said to. The receptionist asked or the receptionist enquired, asked or enquired. Enquired to whom? Enquired Rahul. The receptionist enquired Rahul. The receptionist enquired Rahul. Then, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? That is the reporting clause. What can I do for you? The receptionist asked Rahul, or you can write the receptionist enquired Rahul. What? Okay. And can will go to the place of the subject I, and the subject I will come to the place of can. What she, I means she, what she can will become could. What she could do for you. You means him. What she could do for him. What she could do for him. The receptionist asked Rahul what she could do for him. Otherwise, you can say the receptionist asked, enquired Rahul what she could do for him. Okay. Another example. Another one. The principal said to the boys. The principal said to the boys. The principal said to the boys. Who teaches you maths? Who teaches you maths? Okay, a small sentence it is. The principal said to the boys, who teaches you maths? My friends, you just read this sentence. Who teaches you maths? And in this sentence, there is no any auxiliary verb. Who teaches you maths? There is no any auxiliary verb is given. And if there is no any auxiliary verb in the given sentence, remember the sentence may be either in simple present tense or simple past tense. Do you understand? If there is no any auxiliary verb in the given sentence, remember it very well, the sentence may be either in simple present tense or simple past tense. Who teaches you maths? Here this sentence is given in simple present tense. Okay, what is simple present tense? Subject plus first form of the verb. Subject plus first form of the verb. And there is one more condition in simple present tense. You have already studied. In simple present tense, if the subject is singular, we need to use as or es or is along with the main verb. According to that condition, the word is used, the verb is used. What is the verb? Teaches. Who teaches you maths? Who teaches you maths? I mean, this sentence is written simple present. Simple present. Okay. If the direct speech in simple present, if the direct speech in simple present tense, what you can do? The indirect speech in simple past tense. I mean just opposite. Simple past. Simple present will become simple past. Subject plus first form. And what is simple past? Do you know the formula of a simple past tense? Subject plus second form of the verb. Subject plus second form of the verb. Simple present, subject plus first form of the verb, and that form will change into simple past. There you can use subject plus second form of the verb. Okay. Now we can write the principal asked the boys. The principal asked the boys. Set to will become asked. The principal asked the boys. Okay. Who teaches you maths? The principal asked the boys, who, as there is no any auxiliary verb, you can't make any Tiruvadirakali here. As I already told you, the auxiliary verb will go to the place of the subject and the subject will go to the place of the auxiliary verb. And here there is no any auxiliary verb. Here there is no any auxiliary verb. So, the principal asked the boys who teaches. What is the past form of teaches? And what is the second form of the verb teaches? Teaches, I mean taught. Taught. T-A-U-G-H-T. Taught. Teach, present form. Taught, second form. And again taught, past participle. Teach, taught and taught. Who taught? You. You means boys. You means boys. So you can use them. Who taught them? Who taught them maths? Who taught them maths? The principal asked the boys who taught them maths. See what kind of changes have happened in this sentence. The sentence is given in simple present and I changed the sentence into simple past, and I told you the formula simple past subject plus second form of the verb, and there is no any auxiliary verb here. So you can directly make the first form of the verb into second form. That will be enough. Okay, next example. Another example. The policeman said to the old man. The policeman said to the old man. The policeman said to the old man, what do you want? What do you want? The policeman said to the old man, what do you want? Okay, just now we did one example like this. The policeman said to the old boy, what do you want? Listen, what do you want? Which tense it is? What do you want? And in which tense you will use a do or does? That is only in simple present tense. So what do you want? This sentence is written in simple present. Simple present. Okay. Now you know very well, this simple present will become simple past. Simple present will become simple past. Okay, what is simple past? Subject plus second form of the verb. Subject plus second form of the verb. That is simple past. What do you want? That is written in simple present, and simple present will become simple past. That is second form of the verb. So you can write the answer. The policeman asked the old man. The policeman asked the old man. The policeman asked the old man, what do you want? And here do is used as an auxiliary verb. And some of you may use the past form of do. What is past form of do? Did. But in simple, while you change a simple present into simple past, you don't need to use the auxiliary verb. You know, you should note this condition very well. Do is used in this sentence, and we need to change this simple present into simple past. Generally, what will you do? You may use the past form of do. What is past form of do? That is did. No, it is not necessary at all. You can use the past form of the verb want. Okay, the past form of the verb want. So the policeman asked the old man, what? You means the old man. You means the old man. The policeman asked the old man what he and want. I mean the second form of the verb. You can use only the second form of the verb. So want will change into wanted. What he wanted. What he wanted. Some of you may write the policeman asked the old man what he did want. What did he want? Answer is correct. No problem at all. And if it comes in the question paper, no problem. You can write easily. This is the usual way of writing. You can use this method only. The policeman asked the old man what he wanted. What he wanted. Okay, that is the correct expression. Next one. Another example. Okay, you will get only the basic idea from this class, and if you want to develop your knowledge, you have to do some workout, and it depends on you. The teachers can give you only some basic information, and if you need to get more awareness, you need to do some practice. Okay, you need to do some practice every day, then your knowledge will increase. And if you don't use or if you don't practice, what will happen to you? For example, there is an iron material and you are not using a knife, an iron knife. You are not using this iron knife for a long time. What will happen? Rust will come on its surface, and it may lose its sharpness. Similarly, whatever knowledge you have got in the classrooms, you need to apply the knowledge in your life. Then it will remain in your mind. Otherwise, you may forget it easily. Okay, so next one. Why does the child cry? Why does the child cry? Similar example, why does the child cry? The doctor said. The doctor said. Why does the child cry? The doctor said. Why does the child cry? The doctor said. So, you can easily understand this sentence is written in simple present tense. Why? Because the auxiliary verb does is used in this sentence. So, this is simple present tense. And you know very well, the simple present tense will change into simple past in reported speech. You know, that is the condition. Simple present will change into simple past. Simple past means subject plus second form. Simple past means the subject plus second form of the verb. And as I already told you, you don't need to use the past form of the auxiliary verb does. Some people will do that. You know, just now I told you. You may write the past form of does. What is the past form of does? Did. Did is the past form of the verb does. Auxiliary verb does. You don't need to use. Use only the second form of the main verb. Here cry. Cry is the main verb. Does is the auxiliary verb. Cry is the second form of the, cry is the main verb. I mean, while you change a simple present reporting clause, while you change a reporting clause in simple present tense into simple past tense, you don't need to use the past form of the auxiliary verb. You can use the second form of the verb. I mean, cry is the second form, cry is the verb, you can use cried. Cried is the second form. So, the answer is the doctor asked. Why it is asked? Because a question mark is given here. A question mark is given here, so you can use the asked. And general way they will say the doctor said. They will write. They will give you, they said, the doctor said. No. If there is a question mark, you can use the reporting verb asked. The doctor asked to whom? No, that is not mentioned. The doctor asked why the child cry. The past form of cry is cried. Okay, second form. The doctor asked why the child cried. How many times I have told you? John, how many times I have told you not to sleep in my class? Not to sleep in my class. Okay. Not to sleep in my class, said the teacher. Said the teacher. Okay, this is a nice sentence. John, how many times I told you not to sleep in my class? Generally, you know, in some classes, the students would sleep. The teacher will take her energy and she will use all her knowledge to make the students understand the topic. And while some students will sleep, I don't know what are you doing in my class. So here, John, how many times I have told you not to sleep in my class? And which tense is used in this sentence? It is very simple. I have told you. I have told you. And which tense it is? Present perfect. So, present perfect is used. And present perfect will become past perfect. Okay, that is the condition. Present perfect will become past perfect. So, what is the formula of a past perfect? Subject plus had plus past participle. I mean ed or en form. Subject plus had plus past participle. Quite interesting. This have will become had. That is the only thing you want to do. That is the only thing you want to do. I mean, this have, the auxiliary verb have will change into had. I mean, you can use only the past form. So, the answer is the teacher said the teacher asked John, the teacher asked John how many times the teacher asked John how many times. I means she have will change into had. She had told. You means the students. You means the students. So you can use them. How many times she had told them not to sleep. Not to sleep in my class, not in my class, not to sleep in her class, not to sleep in her class. Okay, after writing the sentence, you need to read the sentence repeatedly to understand whether you made any mistake or not. So the answer is the teacher asked John how many times she had told them not to sleep in her class. Okay, another one. Another example. Another example. Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? My brother said to me. My brother said to me. Where have you been? My brother said to me. Okay, very simple. You can use the past form of have. What is past form of have? That is had. My brother said to will become asked. My brother asked me. My brother asked me where you. I mean, this one will go to the place of you. and subject will come to the place of have. Me, my brother asked me where, me, so you will become I, where I had been. Okay, my brother asked me where I had been. You will become I, asked me, so you need to write I, where I had been. My brother asked me where I had been, W-H-E-R-E, where I had been. Okay, another example. When you can join me for coffee? When you can join me for coffee? When you can join me for coffee? My friend often asks. My friend often asks. Listen, there is some speciality in this sentence. When you can join me for coffee? My friend often asks. My friend often asks. When you can join me for coffee? My friend often asks. If you get a sentence like this, you may change the modal auxiliary verb can into could. 90% of the students will do that. You know, modal auxiliary verb can is used in this sentence. And our sir told us that can will change into could. But remember, the reporting verb ask here. Ask is the reporting verb. And you already learned one condition. If the reporting verb comes either in simple present tense or simple future tense, you don't need to make any changes in the tense. Listen once more. I already given you that condition. Ask is the reporting verb. ASKS, ask is the reporting verb. And if the reporting verb either comes in simple present tense or simple future tense, there is a condition you can use the same tense. You are not supposed to make any change in the tense. So the answer is my friend often asks. My friend often asks, ASKS, when you will go to the place of can will come to the place of you. When my friend often asks, when you will become I, when I can join, when I can join him, when I can join him for a coffee. Okay. My friend often asks when I can join him for coffee, not for a coffee, for coffee. My friend often asks when I can join him for coffee. So remember this condition. If the reporting verb comes in simple present tense or simple future, you don't need to make any change in the tense condition. You can use the same tense. You can use the same sentence as it is. But you need to make the verb, the subject You can use the subject in the place of the auxiliary verb, and auxiliary verb will come in the place of the subject. And last one, Rani said to Geeta. The last one, Rani said to Geeta. Rani said to Geeta, who have you been hanging out with? Who have you been? Who have you been hanging out with? Who have you been hanging out with? Raju said to Rani said to Geeta, who have you been hanging out with? Very simple. Okay, you can change have into had. Rani said to Geeta. Rani said to Geeta. Sorry, not said to. Rani asked Geeta. Rani asked Geeta. Said it will change to asked. Rani asked Geeta. Rani asked Geeta, who then you means she. You means she. Have been means had been hanging out with. Had been hanging out with. Rani asked Geeta who she had been hanging out with. So now we completed the portion of reporter speech in WH question. And there is one important thing you want to note very well. The formula of a WH question is question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. And I already told you, while you make a reporter speech, you can use the auxiliary verb in the place of subject, and subject will come into the place of the auxiliary verb. And you can use the past form of the auxiliary verb, not the same thing. And another important thing, if the reporting verb comes either in simple present tense or simple future tense, you don't need to make any change in the tense. You can use the same sentence as it is. Okay, thank you very much for listening my class.
FICO Academy, first floor, PV Complex, Civil Line Road, West Fort, Thrissur. Phone 9946 999 460, 9946 999 461.